the truth is, and this truth kind of hurts a little bit, scientifically, we kind of suck at communicating on digital. And I'm not being rude when I say this. A study came out last year. It was published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology that found that not only are we not very persuasive online, we are 34 times more persuasive in person, face-to-face at an event like JaneCon than we are behind screens. 34 times. I'm not good at math, but I'll do it for you again here. So if you want to get a yes in the form of a click, a sign up, a purchase, getting someone to say yes, if you send 200 digital messages to get the same number of yes as just 6 in-person asks. Now you might be thinking, I don't know, Erin, I'm actually pretty good at the gram. My posts crush. They kill, so maybe your people. The study found out that also the vast majority of us greatly overestimate how persuasive our content actually is. So we're spending a ton of time in a really competitive environment where scientifically we're set up to not be that great at it. There's a reason this is happening to you and me and all of us. I call it the big mistake. Think about if someone texted you this. We were out way too late last night networking, right? Which it sounded like you guys were from my hotel. I could hear you guys having all the fun, which I was so jealous. It sounded amazing. But let's say someone texts you this, and then they texted you, I only live once. You're like, cool. It's awkward, right? It's awkward right now. We all are kind of awkward. It's an awkward per-mullet, freshman of high school, I-bomb. You're not in focus. You don't care. It's the people taking the weird selfie, and you're not in it, so you don't care. But when you flip the focus, you flip the language, and someone says, YOLO, the difference is you're hitting maybe the love button, you're hitting the ha-ha button, maybe you're saying, dude, no one says YOLO anymore, whatever. But you're giving some kind of a response. You care a little bit. And so when we talk about how we can elevate the words we use, because our words indicate our focus, and our focus indicates if we can persuade someone to care about our content, our mission. If you can think about looking at the words you type, and if you see that the words you're typing are in selfie mode, can you flip your language around so that's more focused on your audience? When you leave this session today, you're going to open up your Instagram or your Facebook or your text or your messenger, and you're going to see that little blinking cursor, right, on the white background. And what do you think to yourself? Oh, what should I type? What do I write, right? You're just like, what do I say? So what you want to do next time is you want to flip your focus around, and you want to ask yourself 3 very simple questions. The first question, is this personal? Can my audience see themselves in the focus? Can they see themselves? Is it personal to them where they care because they're in the selfie? Second question you're going to ask is this really useful? Am I just contributing to the noise of the internet, or am I actually lifting people up and helping them in some way? Am I being the change I want to see in my own newsfeed? And then finally, you ask yourself, is this brief? My Alabama husband is always telling me, Erin, you got to land the plane. I tell long stories, right? He's like, land the plane, like dinner parties. He's like, and I'm like, but so right? We all do it. Because we don't type like we talk. When we type, we tend to repeat ourselves. So you want to keep it really brief, okay? So it's personal, useful, brief. She starts giving me this sales pitch about her products. And she's going for the hard close, like I haven't known her for 15 years and haven't seen her close a lot of things, okay? I'm like, I know what you're doing. But so she was coming in real hot and pitching me, and it was so not us. And we got into the very first fight of our entire friendship. Both of us bawling, crying, hang up the phone. And so the next day I went over to her house, and I sat her down, and I said, Sarge, I know that you believe in these products. I know that they've changed your life. I know that you want independence in case you and Dave don't work out, so you can support your daughter. I understand that you feel lost, and you want to find your sense of self, and you are using this opportunity to do that. I understand all these things. But the approach that you're using, it might work really well for other people, but it's not working for you. And so I work in social media. Let's just sit down and see if we can figure this thing out. Let's see if we can find a better way for you to accomplish what you're trying to do without getting in fights with your best friend or feeling like you're working so hard, but it's not paying off. People aren't biting. So she said, okay. I said, tell me your goal with social media. So we sit on the couch, okay, so we're sitting down. And she's like, I just want people to like come to me. I don't want to have to push it on people. I want to push people less and pull them in more. And isn't that a question that we've all asked ourselves with our business? How can we pull people in? Because once they know, they're gonna be stoked, but it's just getting them to that point. And so none of us wanna be pushing what we're doing. We don't want our teams to be pushing. We want our teams to be pulling. This is a hybrid solution to the challenge we all face of being heard on the very loud place, which is the internet, okay? And so here is what we decided to do, okay? Get your pens ready, this is the good stuff. So here is one way that Ashley automated attraction. She began to work with conscious, custom comments. Don't black out, stay with me, okay? Conscious, custom comments. Let's break this down. First is conscious. Being very strategically intentional about who she's reaching out to, about the words that she's using when she reaches out, and most importantly, her headspace when she's reaching out. Being intentionally conscious about coming from a place of wanting to ignite a genuine relationship with someone, coming from a place of service and sharing and educating and love and not pushy Velociraptor sales. Conscious is step one. The second part is custom. As we all talked about in Fort Worth, we love persuasion's personal. What feels better when someone gives you a personalized custom comment about what you're doing online? It makes us feel good. And so making sure that the comments are not just hundo emoji or praise hands, but something truly custom to make that person feel seen in an environment where oftentimes we don't feel great about ourselves. Because that, my friends, is useful. And finally, comments. Comments is huge. Because what comments is doing is it's moving your system, it's changing the where.